All right, you guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm John, and this is
Sure.
And what we're going to be doing today is Wednesday, and so we have our Relationship Wednesday. All right, and so we're going to be discussing this relationship topic, okay, today. Yes. All right, so we're going to watch a video and react to it, okay? Let's see what's going on with it, all right?
What is the difference between a woman that wants to be a wife versus a woman that just wants a husband?
Oh, you know what? I think most of us are bred to just want a husband. Whereas to be groomed and trained to be a wife means to understand how to respect masculine energy, how to truly be inside of your feminine, which means trusting the leadership of your partner, because feminine chooses certainty. Feminine doesn't choose flow, because feminine is flow, right? Feminine energy. And we choose to understand that it is our biggest opportunity to seek out the needs of a man without him expressing them. I think a beautiful opportunity for us to empower that man and ride through the storms. I feel like we live in a weak generation where things get hard and people immediately are like, oh, I quit. This is too hard. And that's like, it's never going to hinder you the result you want. If you keep quitting, it's to be groomed as a wife means it's compassion. It's longevity. That's where marriage starts. When you get married, you say, I do, it starts. Whereas other people, it's like when you get married, I made it. No, you didn't make it. You hate that man. You hate that woman. Y'all can't stand each other. You don't care enough to not disrespect each other or call each other out of your own name. You don't care enough to not want to sleep on opposite sides of the bed when there's a problem. You don't care enough to have the hard conversation so that you can move together more powerfully. That's just to have a husband. But when you want to be a wife, things are different, in my opinion.
That's very true.
Absolutely. There is a difference in when you want to be, a wife or just want a husband, because you do have to have those qualities of longevity, compassion, respecting masculine, energy, and being okay with being, being okay of being, it's okay to be submissive. And still know that, you still are wife, you still are his wife, and that don't mean that you're less than. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I was waiting on you to drop the bombs and everything. Hey, we gonna work with that, okay? Yeah. But I like the even topic of it because we like to discuss things from both sides.
Absolutely.
As far as like husband and wife. So we'll flip this thing, even though this is a woman talking. Mm-hmm. Let's flip it for both sides because it's for both parties. Wanting to be a husband mm-hmm. or wanting to be a wife mm-hmm. versus wanting a wife or mm-hmm. wanting a husband. Mm-hmm. Okay, there's a stark and a big difference mm-hmm. between both of those. And I can tell you this, that the difference between those is either being selfless or selfish.
Oh, that's good.
Okay? And you can probably tell which one is being more selfish
and selfless
than selfless. And it's, I want a wife. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, that mm-hmm. means I want that. It's for me.
I want the image of.
And then I also want someone to serve me. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, and I want this for just, to please me, it's all about me. Mm-hmm. Versus wanting to be a husband or wanting to be a wife. Now, you're in the role of, I'm having to serve now. Now right. It's more of, you're looking at you, mm-hmm. but it's you in the point of what you bring to the relationship and what you are going to be doing in that relationship for the other person. That's okay true. So that's the difference between those two. So if I just wanted just the wife, some people mm-hmm. just want that, like my wife was saying, the image. They just want the image of having a wife, like I've got a wife.
Husband.
It's right. just like showing off a car or trying to keep up with the Joneses and stuff like right. that. I just want to show right. that we're keeping this up and looking mm-hmm, good. We don't really want it. It's mm-hmm. just, it's just, mm-hmm. This is.
You really don't want the responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Of it, of that. So
exactly. Yeah. So there's a big difference in there, mm-hmm. and so the difference that I see between those two is selfless, and then also being selfish, and both parties, if they're looking to be selfless, the relationship will turn out a whole lot better than both of us I just want a wife and you just want a husband, and we both just want to be served by each other but don't want to serve each other. And if that's the case, we both gonna sit here with the arms crossed waiting for the other to respond or do something that I want you to do, instead of you being the one who is doing something. And so that's gonna be very important. What do you think?
Yeah, it's very, very important to be when you say selfless, us coordinates to being a wife, because you are, and I gotta say, you are the fragrance in that house. You are what makes a house a home, and to
Sure is.
Not saying that a man doesn't. No, I'm not, but it's something when
we do our part.
Yeah, you do your part and you do it well. But it's something about, a wife, bringing things when that man give that vision to that wife, she now have something and she can run on and to help you, or to make the home, or to create the vision, and so we can go forth. So that's why I said with both parties, you have to be in a selfless state,
mindset.
in a mindset, and to know that you're not, just because I'm serving or you're serving, that doesn't make me weaker or less than you, or vice versa. But it's just that I respect you. I respect your masculinity. I respect that you are the priest of this household. The vision that you carry, that God has given you, I can respect that. And now I have something. After he have told me the vision, I have something, and now we can move forward and we can run. And as the old people say, we can run and see what the end gonna be.
Y'all see how she built me up there? I'm up. She built me up. That's what you're supposed to do. We supposed to build each other up,
That's it.
I respect your femininity. I said that word right.
Yes, you did.
Your femininity and also your support in the open. And here's the thing. If you're always looking to just be self-serving and you don't see the big picture. The reason why that she would want to even carry out the vision, because the whole vision benefits her just as much as it does me.
Absolutely.
And we got to stop looking at stuff so individually inside of a relationship.
Come on.
That's the reason why we call these relationships. It's we. It's
we.
It's us.
Not I. It's we.
Yes. It's us. So whatever vision that we put together, that's the reason why, even though as the man I can have a vision, I have to also talk with my wife, and then she gets on board and has a part in there where she makes it what we need to make it all together. She brings great things to the vision as well, and it's us working it together to make it what we want to make it.
Right.
And so if we're doing that, and we know we're both building on this same project that we see and that we both desire and God has for us, then there's no pull and tug on neither of our parts, because we're doing what is going to benefit both of us, not just one of us. And so that's the difference between wanting to be a husband and wanting to be a wife versus just wanting a wife or wanting a husband.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. And another thing, even before you a woman or a man, even before you get that title or get a chance to experience that title, I believe that it is important that you need to prepare before you even get there. What does that look like in your mindset? What are some of the things that that can benefit? I know that I'm a young lady and I want to be married. What are some of the things that I need to change about me or need to improve upon before I even take on that title as being a wife? Trying to if I'm not submissive or if I feel like I got to be there.
Go ahead, Dr. Sher. Come on, Dr. Sher.
If I feel like, if I don't have submissive qualities, then those are some of the things that I need to change, before I get that title as being a wife, because that right there is going to be very, very important. It's nothing wrong with being submissive, especially, hey, that man, he got a vision. And it's gonna make that, that house better, or either if you have a vision, and his masculinity, he be like, oh, he can respect it enough. He's man enough that he don't feel inferior of it, but he can also take your vision as well.
Let me interject that.
Go ahead.
What it should be from the man is that you have you can have an overarching vision, but the details need to be discussed amongst amongst your a wife or who? Well,
your wife.
Well, are we talking about before they become?
No, when they are.
When they are.
Yeah, when they are.
Yes, that's gonna be important. Yeah. It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be important when you are, because get yourself prepared in that mindset.
Yes.
Like what you were saying, to be there. Now, when you become husband and
Yes.
wife. Now, what you as a man, you can have an overarching vision. Like here's an example. We want for
You can take
our finances, we want to retire well.
Yes.
That's an overarching thing. We want to
Yes.
retire well. We want to be able to make sure we have some savings. We want to make sure we're investing. We want to make sure we're doing all that. All the details you get together. What happens is sometimes some men will be so domineering and are just so involved in all the details as well. They don't leave room for the wife to come in and put her,
Or I got another example. Can I go ahead? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, keep it there. Keep it there. Don't lose it.
Okay.
Okay. But he'll be like, you know what? Here it is. And we're going to do it like this. We're going to do it like that. I messed up doing that too. I'm telling you, I'll come up with a vision and I'll come up with the details. And I just, hey, come here and follow all this. No. Have a vision, overarching goal, discuss it. All right.
Okay, so my example is like, and this have been a real situation with like my husband when he said he wanted to remodel. So we remodeled everything. He gave me the vision. Okay, the little details. That's where I come in. The colors of the curtains, the coloring of the tile, what color, the flowers. So those are the little fine, the fine details, or the lighting, or, just little, like I said, he gave the overarching vision. Okay, we're getting ready to remodel. And what all comes with that, the heavier stuff he handled. But like the lighter detail stuff or whatever, or however, I put it by. But overall, it all came together.
Yeah, because we had to take out a load-bearing wall. And we had the option to have an exposed beam or a non-exposed beam.
Yeah.
For that, it was a wall that separated another room. Matter of fact, this is the room that we're sitting in right now. We had a wall and we opened it up. And so we moved it out of the way. So you know who I asked. You know who I asked. Okay, I went to church and I said, well, what do you want? Do you want the beam to be exposed? And that was gonna be cheaper. Cheaper, okay? Or do you want a non-exposed beam where you can't see it? It's up in the rafters and stuff like that, and it just looks like one big ceiling and stuff like that, and you can't even tell that there was, you know, a wall there. And you know what Shirley, you know what Cher opted for, okay? So she said she didn't want the beam to be exposed, and it didn't matter to me. But now when I look at it, I'm like, you know, that was a great decision by her to do that, because it looks good, and it because that beam would make it seem like there's still a partition or a part that's being separated instead of just this whole big open space. And so when she decided to do that, and now that I look at it, that was great that, you know, she decided to do that. So when we did that one, we did one back there too. We just opened it up and did a non-exposed beam and stuff like that. And so little things like that, you can see how that was just teamwork right there. That was the house was in. I'm happy that the vision is going forth, that the house has been, and she is too, because you want to that the house is being remodeled. She got to make a certain decision in it, so we both are feeling great about that decision because we're both involved in it. And so that's the part that we've got to get to, is that let's both be involved in the decision making in this relationship, and not just leaving one party out. It's like both of us make this work. And you know,
because it shouldn't be just on one person, because when, like, I'm just saying, as far as everything, you know what I'm saying, because it kind of it will, you know, trying to figure out, okay, well, this and that. But when you have a partner, because, you know, she's your wife, so she's your partner, like I said, two becoming one, so, you know, it makes everything go, it's lighter, you know what I'm saying, it's less, as far as everything being on one person, it takes up less thinking capacity, you don't have the mental bandwidth, right? So, you know, and that's one of the reasons why marriage is great. Marriage is great. Two becoming one. Yes, you're gonna have to put work into marriage. You don't have to
do it alone.
And you don't have to do it alone
all the
time. You have help.
And that's what God intended in the beginning. He said,
yes, he did.
He said, I made you a help meet. So she's gonna meet with some help. Okay,
is on the way. And
so we shouldn't be wanting to throw our help away. Both parties, just our help, you know, because two is going to always be better than one.
Absolutely.
Partnership is always going to be better.
Come on.
Partnership is always going to be better, because it's going to make it flow, because what you're not thinking about, they are thinking about.
Exactly.
And what they're not thinking about, you are thinking about. And it's just, it makes it run smoothly.
Yes, it does.
And God knew exactly what he was doing. That's the reason why he's God and we're not.
Come on.
And so if we follow what he has already set for us, then we'll do just great. What happens is we have gotten off that path of what God has for us.
That's right.
And we try to figure it out ourselves and work this thing out ourselves. And we see that every time we put our hands on something and not listen to God, we make a very big mess out of it. And then we run to God and like, please fix it. He's like, I didn't make that mess. You did.
So you're going to have to clean it up.
So now you're going to have to do some work. You know, I'm there to, you know, help guide you through it, but you were supposed to have consulted me in the first place.
That's right.
And I would have led you in the right way.
That's
but
right.
now, you know, I'm still gonna help you. But now we've got to walk all the way back through this and do what we need to do in order to fix it. So if you're willing to listen to me this time, I'm willing to help you through it this time, because he's God and he's gracious towards all of us. So
it reminds me of a story in the Bible about the 10 Commandments. About, you know,
yes,
he went, gave him the tablets, got mad. What happened? The tablets, what?
They broke. Well, he broke them.
And then the second time he went up there, the Lord said, I didn't. He said what he gonna say. He said, but this time, I'm not gonna give them tablets to you. You gonna have to write them down.
Well,
so many words.
Yeah, he had to get the I think the Lord did The Rock. And I think he had to get The Rock. I think I had to go back and look at it again. I can't remember everything about it and everything, but he had that the next time around.
That second time around,
you got to do the work. You got to put some work in now. You got to put some work in.
You got to put some work. You got to
put some
sweat
into
equity. Sweat equity.
Up into that, okay, to get this accomplished.
Absolutely.
All right, so you guys, what do you think? Let us know in the comment section, about it, being selfless and or selfish, wanting to be a wife or wanting to be a husband versus wanting a wife or wanting a husband.
That's good.
What do you think about it? Okay, you guys, look, if you're enjoying this content, please make sure you subscribe. Hit that red subscribe button and also hit the like and share the video as well.
Yes.
Get it out to other people. You guys, this channel is moving and we thank you for
you.
your support.
Thank you.
And everything. Keep on doing that.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
on doing what you're doing. Keep that same energy, okay?
Yes.
All right. And so, all right, hit that notification bell as well so you can get every video that we send out. Look, this is John and
Sure.
we'll see you in the next video.